Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday, and we are going live this Wednesday and every Wednesday up until Halloween, and maybe a little bit further. I'm not entirely sure yet, but we are trying something new today. We've got some new hardware to make this live streaming a little bit easier. Of course, we usually have technical difficulties, much like I am right now. I've got producer Tom here on the side of the screen ready to solve any, like my chats that aren't appearing. So we're going to do the best we can to get through this while we work through some of these first time technical challenges. So while we do that, of course, I'm going to need some refreshment to get me through this video, I'm sure. I talked about this in our last Wednesday video. I was looking for drinks to serve at my Halloween party, and I found this bottle that I thought was kind of neat. Let's see if I can angle it properly. I know it's kind of hard to see there, but it is a skull on the front. It's gnarly head. It's, I guess, a Grateful Dead branded sort of wine. The top of the bottle there's got some dancing skeletons. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I thought that was kind of neat. So I bought it to test, and we're going to test it right now to see how it goes. I am using those coasters that Molly sent me, H&M Sylvester. So let's put those to good use. Test out this wine. Gonna need it while Tom fixes our technical difficulties over there. All right, this is, oh, strong. It's Cabernet Sauvignon. Not exactly my typical go-to. I'm more of a Pinot Noir guy, but it's not bad. And red wine's great for your Halloween parties. Looks like blood. If we were doing vampires, that would work well. But we're not. We are doing clowns. So I got a lot of stuff to share with you. And hopefully, with this new technical hardware we've got, we can feature some chats. So I want to interact with you, tell you what's going on with my haunt, of course, but I want to hear about yours too. So leave me some comments in the chat and we'll talk. If you have questions, just ask. Let's go ahead and highlight one now just to see if this hardware is in fact working. Oh, Dragon Lord Hollows, hello. I know we've been chatting a little bit. It says it's laggy, so sorry if it's laggy. We got a lot of new hardware going on. We'll see. Let's see here. Ryan79 posted some wine bottles on my Facebook page. I haven't seen that yet, but thank you. We will take a look at that soon. Sugar in the Raw says, love how you decorated the inside of your house. It looks beautifully spooky. So thank you. All right. So I've got a lot more decorating to do. I did some decorating over the weekend that I kind of wanted to share with you. But before we get to that, just like we did in the last video, we're going to try and do a poll. So, my mom got me this Which Would You Rather Horror Edition book, and we picked out another poll for us. I did want to point out on the back here of the book, oh, let me turn this off. There we go. You see those little hand silhouettes that go around the barcode there? I know what they've done here. They've stolen those from the Martha Stewart catalog or magazine, because I too used that template and cut out like 100 of these things out of construction paper one day, so I recognize all of those shapes. Anyway, they're not getting past me on that. So let's see if we can bring up the poll. Tom?
We want to put the poll in now?
Yes, so Tom is going to attempt to put the poll on the screen for us, so give us just a moment to do that. But the question we're going to ask today is, would you rather live for eternity as an immortal, immune to the ravages of time, or would you rather experience endless reincarnations? Each new existence carries the burden of every memory from all your past lives. So, eventually, we will have a poll. I think it might be appearing now. So you're welcome to put your answer in there if you want to leave me a comment below as well. We can try and feature some of those and see how it goes. It looks like the polling offhand is showing that most people would rather live for eternity as an immortal. I'm not so sure, because then you're stuck with the one body, the one existence that everything could go wrong with. At least when you experience endless reincarnations, I don't know, you get lots of opportunities to change, but you still remember all those past lives. So I don't know. I might be in the minority. Looks like it's 57% of you want to live for eternity, and 43 want to experience endless reincarnations. All right, so we'll check back into this poll a little bit later. I think you'll have more time if you want in the chat to leave us an answer of that poll. All right, let's see. Who else is talking to us? We've got Patchouli Julie. Hello, Mike and Tom. Hello, Patchouli Julie. Let's see. How are you today? That's from GMD Haunts, and I'm doing great. It's a rainy day. Love the rain. I wish it were storming a little bit, but take what we can get. The yard certainly needs it. My plants are desperately thirsty. There was some chat about the favorite animatronics. Dragon Lord Hollows is, of course, that THD 3000, which we saw at Home Depot this year. Very cool. Holiday Haunts is dropping in. Total Nonstop Holidays. I don't recognize that name offhand, but welcome. Is anybody here a first-time visitor to the channel? I guess I should ask that. So if anybody is, let me know in the comments below. Patchouli Julie loves our blacklight posters. So you may remember from my last video when I showed you those sideshow posters. This was my alternative that I got from Party City. It was a banner option, but we just basically, the banner comes in 3 parts that you're supposed to tape together, which conveniently fit inside the frame. A little bit smaller than my 2x3 frames, but I think they make a much better display than the sideshow posters. So I'm going to have these guys in my garage over the buffet with the black lights all going. So we're going to have that. We also had that other banner, which had the, sorry, I know the light's kind of harsh there, the sort of killer clowns here. I figured what I'm going to do in my garage at the, so you're going to walk through my Funhouse inflatable archway. I'm going to have the garage decked out as like a circus tent. We'll have some various clowns in there. But directly opposite the entrance, it's going to be kind of like the escape door, which is the door into the kitchen. So I'm going to have that kind of walled off a little bit by itself. And these guys will be right next to the door, and I'm going to have my Pennywise right there in the middle of them. So it's like surrounded by all the killer clowns as you have to go in to the kitchen to get the party drinks, which may or may not be this gnarly head wine. All right, so my comment thing is broken again, Tom. So we're going to have some persistent challenges with this, I'm sure. Give me a moment. All right. So I did want to show you some pictures of what we've been working on this last week. I guess I can look on my phone here. We came prepared. We have a backup. So let me read some other comments while we wait. Let's see. Halloween Haunts has watched my videos since 2018. Thank you. Can't wait to see it all come to life. Ryan79, what was your favorite find this year? Big and small. Oh my gosh, that is a... You know what? I did so few walkthroughs this year. Store walkthroughs and my thrift store haunts. I didn't really have a chance to make a whole lot this year, which I usually do with those thrift store finds. I did make one thing that I've been working on. If you're in part of my Patreon, you've seen me post some pictures of this as my progress. I took an inspiration picture of a step right up. Well, it was a step right up, I think, and I made it into a step right up. And it was going pretty well. It was very, it looked very much like my inspiration photo, but I have gotten so behind that now I've just decided, screw it, I'm just going to finish it. And it doesn't look anything like the really neat inspiration photo, but it's kind of, it works enough. So I've got the black light surrounding the lettering. If you remember last year when I did my unwelcome sign, it was the same thing. I painted the white, which was just primer white, which kind of glows purplish under black light. Looks really cool. Outlined it all in the fluorescent green. And then I did the same with the stars that are kind of glow in the dark. I'm probably going to touch them up a little bit, maybe make it a little bit more interesting. The original had lots of design to stars that were all over, and I don't have time to finish that. And then I found this image of the skeleton hand and painted that on there. Much like the person in that book who stole those designs, I stole this from somewhere online and just kind of traced it out and made my own, but I like the way that looks. So I'm going to do the same thing with my unwelcome sign. Well, with this as I did with unwelcome. I'll have some chains at the top, and it's going to kind of, I'll have a black light lamp that shines down on it, and it's going to kind of be an entrance to my garage. So that's what I've been working on. Hopefully that's almost finished now. All right. Let's see. Got some comments. Hopefully those are going to work this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the pictures of what we've been doing since last week. Let's see if we can make that work. We've got, look at that, double screen. This is so high tech now. All right. So we've got, this is my pumpkin. I put my pumpkin army out. I have put my 12-foot Inferno skeleton out. This is kind of when it's dark, so it's kind of hard to see, but I've got to, let me show you a couple other pictures of that. All right. Again, this is, I don't know if, I can't really zoom in here, but I've got the pumpkins on the side of my house. So you walk down my driveway here, you're going to have the circus, carnival, funhouse type things going on in the middle of the driveway. And then that walkway that leads to my front door there has my pumpkin army and just a couple of views. You'll see the giant inflatable pumpkin that we had there. I've moved, it's now off the driveway as I intended. So as you're walking down the driveway, you're going to see that big pumpkin. This caused us a lot of conflict because I really like the way he looks as that focal point coming down the driveway. And I would have almost liked to incorporate the rest of those pumpkin men like with him. But I had my heart set on having them off on the side toward the door because I've never put them there before. And I do put my pumpkin army out every year, but I don't like to do them in the same spots. So this was a new spot for them. Just another shot of my 12-foot man there compared to my other pumpkin army men. And let's see. Oh, okay. So the other thing we've been working on is that giant pumpkin. So Tom started building me a platform. He's so handy, unlike me. I carried the wood, right? Let's see. And then we basically, here is the look into my backyard from the edge of the driveway where we've kind of built this little platform for it to sit on. And it kind of just, because it's a round bottom, it just sort of fits right into the middle of that square and kind of holds it in place. But we did end up actually using all 12 tethers to tether it down. It came with some white tethers. We ended up replacing them with all black tethers, so it kind of blends in. This is backyard right behind my driveway. I know it looks absolutely terrible right now. We just cut down all those trees, and then it killed all the ivy, and this is a work in progress. So that's what I'm trying to shield from all the neighbors. I don't want them to see our horrible looking backyard right now. So this pumpkin is going to do a great job blocking the view of the ugly backyard. There we go. That's what it looks like, kind of compared to the size of the van. So that van on the right is 22 feet long, so it would actually fit inside that giant pumpkin. The perspectives are really weird. Like when we saw the picture of the pumpkin against the house, you know, you could see it actually went over the top of the house, but now that it's in the backyard, you can't even tell that anymore. It's it's weird how perspective works like that. It looks a lot smaller the farther back it is, obviously. All right, we saw the pumpkin army. It's just another picture of how that's going to end up looking. So originally we'd also talked about putting the string lights across the driveway area because that was kind of integral to my whole funhouse carnival theme. I liked the red and white lights that were going to cross it. But now, because I really love the pumpkin at the end of the driveway, we've nixed that idea. So I'm a little sad about that because I thought that was going to look really good, but I think the giant pumpkin looks better. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Inside the pumpkin, that's a very weird perspective. So Tom was taking a photo of me on the other side of the pumpkin as we were both looking through those little flaps there. So you kind of get a perspective of what it looks like inside. And then there I was sort of climbing in to fix the lights because they had fallen off. We didn't really tie them in there the first time, but they are well secured now. All right, and I think that kind of ends the picture. So we didn't really accomplish as much as I would have liked to this past weekend, but I'm glad at least I got my pumpkin army out and we got our platform built. So this weekend, I think then we can turn these off. I'm going to really focus on getting the interior of the garage done. All right, so let's see. All right, the other thing I guess that I've done this year, sorry for the black box if that keeps appearing, we're again fighting with the technical difficulties. I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought a lot of stuff to start fleshing out my Carnival theme, which I keep calling it Carnival, but it's really not anymore. It's kind of just my fun house, and it's got a lot of clowns. I actually bought one more clown yesterday, another animatronic, because I had an interesting idea. Now I'm going to share that with you here in a minute. But I've been kind of debating on how to flesh out my whole funhouse theme. So I bought some stuff on Amazon, starting with some popcorn buckets, because I didn't really know what I was going to do for my centerpieces. But I kind of wanted to incorporate the popcorn buckets. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and of course I bought all those little fake eyeballs. So I'm thinking for the centerpieces on my table. So we're going to have two different types of centerpieces. I'm going to have different ones in the garage versus out on the driveway. But I figured we were going to fill these popcorn buckets, oops, put it the right way, with these eyeballs instead of popcorn. I thought that was kind of cute and fun, but I'm going to have to hot glue them in place so that they all look nice. I'm a little conflicted because we'll probably have like 6 tables out on the driveway. So I don't know, do we want to keep it like all of them eyeballs versus maybe I'll put other stuff on the other tables. Like maybe one will have fingers sticking out of it. But the reason I kind of like the eyeballs the best is because it looks more like popcorn, right? So I don't know, leave me a comment. I need to know what your thoughts are. All right, let me just check in with the comments here real quick. All right, so not sure if it's working. Let me check my phone. All right, backup plan. All right, let me put this back down on the floor and we'll start looking at some of these other things. So what else did I get from the Dollar Tree? So these were $5. I'm not really sure. So I wanted to mix my pumpkins in with the carnival. So I like to have things in like a group of 3 or so. So I was going to do a light option with the pumpkin to kind of draw in the giant pumpkin. I haven't had a chance to test this, so I thought maybe we would do that right now and see what it looks like, because, you know, a lot of times with these lights, you never know if the light is going to be really bright white and kind of ugly, or if it's more the, you know, flame colored light. Love this. The battery box does not have that tiny little screw that irritates me to no end. So let's see, we'll put some batteries in, see how this thing looks. Requires 3 though, and I have 6 of them. Ate up a lot of my batteries. Let's see here. Oh, good. All right, so it is more of that golden flame color, and it flickers. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it certainly does flicker, and I like that. Okay, put this lid back on. So we got those. You know, I ended up buying, this isn't related to the centerpieces, but I bought a bunch more of the tablecloths, red and white. I only have the white here, which we're going to string all around the interior of the garage, kind of bunch them together like the pipe and draping. All right, what we got here? All right, so I thought I would put something shorter. I got these little buckets. There was a 4-pack for, you know, $1.25 or whatever. It says Happy Halloween on it. And I thought I'd put some peanuts in there so people could snack on some peanuts if they wanted. So I thought that made an interesting little grouping. Then I thought, remember last year on those centerpieces, I had the coffins, that I did the same thing. I had the peanuts in the little mini coffins, which might work as well. I could easily bring those back because this doesn't scream anything, you know, carnival. So let me know. What do you think? Should I go with the little buckets, or my coffins, though, are like this big, so I just don't know if it'll be overpowering. I might try and find the little stand to make this sit up a little bit higher. That wouldn't be too hard to do. All right, so I'm thinking that for like one centerpiece on the tables outside. Just shift this out of the way. I bought a whole bunch of these little eyeballs. So if we do all eyeballs, we have plenty of those. I found, so for the inside of the garage, those are going to be like high boys. They're not real tables. I have these fun, well, these are like eyeballs on these little decorative, I don't know, grass sticks. Don't really like the orange. I didn't want that on the inside of the garage because it's all like red and white, but we also have that glowing green everywhere. So I'm going to take my glow in the dark paint and kind of paint this orange glitter fluorescent green and see if that makes it look a little better. Plus in the black light, you're going to see all those little eyeballs everywhere. I think that'll be neat. Let's see, I should have another bag here somewhere. And then they had little vases too. They had these in orange and gray, but I kind of like the gray. So I figured put 2 of these in each one. I thought that looked kind of fun. So we'll have a little eyeball stand. And then they had these black, they also had green, but I got the black skulls. Really wasn't sure because they're all in individual bags. Oh, you're not going to believe it. It is velvety. So I can no longer say I don't have a velvet pumpkin or, in this case, a skull. So I know you're never going to see that. The reason I really like these skulls is that deep, dark black just soaks up all the light. And it is really, I like it. I think it's neat. I was going to take one of these eyeballs probably and paint it red, put it right on the front like a little clown nose. I thought the contrast between that really deep, dark black and a red clown nose would be really cool. And then just stick those together on the high boys so people can still stand around, have plenty of room for their drinks. So that's what I was thinking for my centerpieces. Make some room here. All right, let's check in with some comments. Got a few more things to show you here. All right, let's see. So we have a black box, not working. All right, well, Sugar in the Raw says needs to hit up her Dollar Tree, and Huggins since 79 says hers is already depleted. So that's kind of how I felt too. I never felt like my Dollar Tree really had much stuff at all, period. It seemed like it was always kind of not there. So I was going to try checking out another one, but yeah, I don't know. They might be all getting low at this point. I notice Christmas is, of course, coming out, so we have that. All right. Is the candlestick a Dollar Tree item? So the candlestick, yes, was a Dollar Tree item. Tom has, I think, brought up that poll. We've got our live chat on the screen here too, but the poll says we have 64% of you want to live for eternity as an immortal versus 36 experiencing endless reincarnation. So we're going to leave that up till the end of the video, I guess, and take a final look at it last, but that's where we stand on that. So this, yes, was from the Dollar Tree, but you know how they have the Dollar Tree? I don't know if all Dollar Trees are like that Dollar Tree Plus now or whatever. So this was $5 from the Dollar Tree. They had various priced items. Everything else I got, I think, was like $1.25. Leave that going. Actually, I'm glad I got that. I was really debating it because it was kind of a gamble on that light, but I really love the flicker. For $5, I think it's a pretty good deal. Okay. I also got some other fun stuff. So we went to the party tree. Got glow in the dark. Well, they say they're glow in the dark. It's black light reactive, I think it says. Yeah, black light reactive. I'm not sure how safe that is on napkins that you're going to rub against your face, but they have them, and that's what I got. So the Amazing Circus Freak Show, which would have been great with those sideshow posters if I had kept them. But I like my clowns better. So that's going to be fun. And then we got these matching plates for the food. It's got 2 different evil-looking clowns on there. Let's see if I can get that light. So clowns, circus, it's all black light, and that's what I'm going for. I want people to go into the garage and have that explosion of fun colors. All right, did I miss anything here? All right. So, in my garage, I already told you about my Pennywise display I was going to do as you walk through. My original plan was going to have, I was going to set up a little stage where I was going to have the jester do like my animatronic jester was going to be in the middle of the stage. So I don't think I have time to still do that, and I certainly don't have room anymore now that I'm kind of revamping my whole layout. So I figured I was going to utilize my glow-in-the-dark frames from, if you remember my pirate theme, when I did that, I had a really large framed picture of a pirate ship in the garage. So I'm going to recut that frame that's still sitting in my storage to frame this theater backdrop. So I probably can't show you this, but it's got the red curtains. It's a photo backdrop, but it's got the red curtains as if it's a stage. So now I don't have to build one. I'm just going to have the photo backdrop framed in the green, and I'll have my jester standing in front of it. That's good enough for now. The other big project I was working on for the garage, I was going to try and do mirrors, funhouse mirrors. So I was going to do 3 funhouse mirrors. I might still do them, like 2 of them maybe in between these pictures over the buffet. But my original concept was to have 3 funhouse mirrors where 2 of them were normal, and then that third one was going to have a clown kind of breaking through it. I thought that was going to be kind of neat. So I bought a couple of little mini clowns, which I thought we'd take a look at today, because I started to do a video. I wanted to share one with you on camera today. I was always planning to do that, so I haven't opened him. We're going to open him together here in a minute. But I did start a video on this guy. This was the other clown that I bought, and he was going to be part of my ticket booth. So outside the garage in the driveway, I'm going to have my ticket booth. And I got this guy, and he's going to sit in there. If you remember my ticket booth, I should have prepped a picture. The last time I used it, I had that zombie groundbreaker that spewed fog. Anyway, he moved. He was very creepy, and it was fantastic in my ticket booth. Well, this time I was going to have my clown. Got him ready. He was filming my video. Tom needs me to look at, well, that doesn't work. So what does it say? Okay, Anti-Hero Charles 50. Or not even going to read that one out loud. So anyway, the clown here. I've lost my train of thought now. It didn't work. I was filming him. I got to the part where I brought the camera in. We took a closer look. I put fresh batteries. Well, I thought they were fresh batteries in, and he did not turn on. What did I just drop on the floor? Something just fell on the floor. So anyway, let me take one last shot at this here. We'll take a look at it together. I brought my handy dandy little mini screwdriver. We're going to open this up, and since I just got my fresh shipment of Amazon batteries, there's no reason it won't work if those, if it's a battery issue. I'm very disappointed. So I ended up I bought this thing 3 months ago. That's how long I started this planning like a long time in advance. So it is of course past the return time. So I just went ahead and bought another one, and then I'm going to return this one. We'll make it work. They're going to take it back. I'm very unhappy. Let's see. These are not the right batteries. All right. So let's put some fresh ones in and see if this guy works. Maybe. All right. Here we go. So, have you guys had any animatronic problems? I seem to be having a lot this year. I noticed one of them wasn't working, and I have to figure out why. So let's see if he turns on. No, he doesn't. So this was a Haunted Hill Farms product, which I think they've changed their name now to Fraser Hill Farms. So apparently there was some paperwork in there that you can, he has a warranty, but I'm just going to return him to Amazon, get a new one, and make this work. Because I really liked the look of this clown, so I'm very disappointed that he's not working. But I got 2 of them, so let's check out this guy and see if he works. What do you think? That's what we should have done the poll on this week, was do you think the stupid animatronic is going to work? Let's see here. All right. When I'm filming these videos, it's often opening the box gets shortened and edited down, and you can see why now. Like I have trouble opening this. I'm mangling this one just because I'm trying to hurry. But let's see. All right, so this guy was the one that was going to be in the garage, sort of popping out of the mirrors. Oh, this guy has a base. That guy didn't come with a base. All right, well, let's see. So this guy, okay, that might actually work better for me. I'm kind of excited about that. So he comes with a little stand. And I'll show you why I need that here in a minute, because I found a better use for him. All right, so we'll put him on here. Well, before we do that, let's just see what he looks like. Oh, his head is very wobbly. I think he's supposed to like move and laugh and everything. But I liked him because he has this green sort of creepy cloth, and I might actually try and spray that a little bit with my fluorescent green, just so it glows in the dark. And I'll probably do that with his hair a bit too. But he might glow in the dark anyway, so we'll see. We'll test him for real later, but for now, let's just see if he actually works. All right, I'll try this again. All right, let's see. While I am doing this, check in with the comments here. All right, so Dragon Lord Hollow says, my Gordo came with a 1/2 or 3/4 inch cut out of his head. Oh, that'd be upsetting. At least with that, I think you could probably go get a new one now, right? He's probably still in stock, I would assume. All right. So Sugar in the Raw says the other one might have been a return because he doesn't have a base. Why am I opening more batteries? I think he might have been, maybe because he doesn't work. He does have a weird sort of base. It's just not a stand like this one. All right, so I've got the batteries in. Don't know if he's turned on yet, but let's put him back on his base. All right, actually, I might need him higher than this anyway. Okay. Very creepy. Let's see what he does when we turn him on. Oh, well, he actually works. Okay, I guess, I don't know if he turns off. I thought he had phrases. All right, well, it doesn't sound like he has phrases. Let me turn him off. Maybe. All right. I don't like how his, I think, hopefully, oh, his head's a little adjustable, so I think it's supposed to wobble all around, but maybe it didn't need to be quite as down as it was before. That's kind of strange. Feels like, I don't know if you can see that in the video, like it's got a weird connection here. So this was also from the Haunted Hill, Fraser Hill company. I'm very disappointed in their products. They seem overpriced, but he is what he is, I guess. Anyway, what I thought I was going to do with him now, since I'm not going to have him popping out of the mirror, try and make some room. This is a little bit of a mess here now. All right, stick him down here for a second. So, got my Chia clown. I'm going to get to that one day here. So I have my radioactive barrels, and you may remember I love my barrels. They are kind of what always causes my Halloween display every year. So I'm going to have them inside the garage, inside the circus carnival tent too. And I'm going to have 2 of them. So I'm going to have this guy popping out of one of these. And what I've done on the inside I thought was kind of fun. It was super easy. I did it last night in like 5 minutes. I took the box that the guy came in just to give it some height. Then I cut out a little piece of cardboard in the shape of the top. Got this green tablecloth from the Dollar Tree, and then just sort of put that right in the top where he can sit on it. And it kind of looks like there's that toxic ooze in there. So that's a cheap way of doing it. I know we could make it really nice with some, the expanding foam and lights and everything, but I don't have time for that. So I have time for this, and that was super fast and easy. And then I wanted to take my guy here and have him look like he's coming out of the barrel, which looks pretty cool, I think. And then, so the other one I was telling you I bought a stand-up version that was very similar to him. It's got a lot of this green creepy cloth material and the green hair, and he'll stand next to him, so he won't be all alone. And then I'll probably put a third barrel on its side with another one of those green tablecloths kind of spilling out as if it was that ooze spilling out. So that's that guy. And I guess I only bought one other thing, which I'm kind of excited about too. It came today, and it is, remember I'm doing cats in my driveway. This is this cat. I don't know if you've seen him elsewhere, but he's 20 feet tall. So my concept here was I'm going to put him across the driveway and let people walk through his legs to get down, into the, you're going to go through the cat area, through the graveyard to the party area. And, you never want that black cat crossing your path. So this guy, you're going to have to. He's crossing your path to get there. I'll probably test this next. I'm going to try and get this video up for Friday, maybe Saturday, because I'm really curious. I'll be very, very upset if he turns out to not be as big as I'm expecting. I double-checked the listing. He is supposed to be 20 feet tall and 18 feet wide. But, the listing for my ice cream truck completely lied to me, so we'll see. If that doesn't work, I'm running out of time, so I don't know how to adjust my plan at this point. This guy better work. All right, so my display here is falling apart. If you noticed, I have my gumball dispenser, sort of eyeball dispenser. I did that as a craft one year, and if you're interested in making one of those, it's super fun and easy. I've got a tutorial on that on my channel somewhere. All right, well, we've run through all what I've got this year, what I've done so far, what my plans are. I think we're about out of things to talk about, so let's just see what sort of comments I may have missed. All right, well, Tom's got them up on the screen here, I think, so let's see here. Auntie Vera Charles 50, you're going to get me in trouble. All right. All right, so I think Ryan was saying, let's see. Let me go back. Tom is scrolling for me there on the screen. Not quite what we'd anticipated, but I think it works. All right. So Ryan was saying, what do you do for Halloween sound effects? I've collected several CDs over the years. That's a good question for Tom. He does a lot of that. So we use Epidemic Sound for a lot of the music in our videos, and they do a lot of sound effects as well. So if we needed a particular sound effect, we'd go to there, and then you can download it and use it royalty free. So I know we've used that like in the pirate ship display a lot when you hear the rocking pirate ships and all that. But any sort of sound effect you need, you can get from there, and then just you can play it on whatever device you use. We use a lot of Sonos speakers throughout, and it's pretty effective. All right, Sugar in the Raw is looking forward to the cat display, so am I. Not going to be quite as extensive as I was hoping, but I think this big cat and then that winged demon cat that I have, and I've got another small cat and then a Day of the Dead cat is going to fill up that whole little area. I don't have a lot of room anyway. Not even sure we're going to be able to fit those 4 cats. Then I wanted to take my extra toxic barrel, probably. I'll stick that out there. And if you remember that spirit prop I had, it was a 2-headed rat, I think. I don't think it was a 3-headed rat. I think it was a 2-headed rat. That's a fogger. I'll have him up there with the cats too. I thought that was kind of fun. And then maybe a couple of my little dog skeletons up there. All right. Let's see. Sugar in the Raw says, I have a ghost in the room. Okay, yeah, this place is old and run down and creepy. It's very scary here. So Tom wants to bring up something on the screen to show us. Netherworld, I think I talked about this in my last video. We are going to be hitting Netherworld I think I talked about wanting to go in my last video. Well, we did actually book our tickets. We are going this Saturday, so if anyone else is out there, come say hello. But we're going to the 8 o'clock walkthrough. So I'll hopefully get there in time where the sun's going down. We can take some good video of what's going on around there. If you remember Cobwebs and Candlesticks, the owner of Netherworld bought one of his scarecrow props, and it's out there, and we're going to find it. And then hopefully we're going to have some fun. They have 2 different haunted houses. Apparently they're new every year, and it's supposed to be amazing. I've never been. I'm really surprised. It's not that far from us. I think it's less than an hour drive. I think it's in Stone Mountain, Georgia, not too far from Atlanta here. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to Netherworld. I still might want to go to the Paranoia Haunted House, but it is, I'm running out of weekends. So I keep kicking myself down, thinking like, should I have even booked these Netherworld tickets? Do we really have time to do this? I've got so much stuff to do. But if I do Paranoia, it'll probably be during the week, because I feel like I can spare that time a lot more than the weekends. So we need to finish up things here in the house. All right, let's see, what else? Do I have any costume ideas for myself? So no, the last couple of years I haven't even worn a costume. I end up usually wearing a t-shirt that sort of coordinates with the theme. Last year I did wear a costume actually. It was a vampire costume that I think I've worn like twice before. Just pulled it out of the closet. But the year before we did David Dead, I just had a t-shirt that had like a David Dead sort of tuxedo outfit on. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the clown theme this year. I certainly am not dressing up as a clown. Someone had suggested doing the Ringmaster costume, which I think is kind of cool. There's that Ringmaster prop too, animatronic prop that everyone keeps suggesting. Maybe, we'll see. I really, by the time, Halloween day, I'm so running around getting everything ready that I'm exhausted by the time, the actual party starts, and I just want to be comfortable. So I will stand around, drink my bottle or several of wine, and watch everyone else have fun and enjoy the display. All right, what else? So I think that's about it. I don't have anyone to go with me to Lake Hickory Haunts. Heather? Well, if I were anywhere near there, I don't know where that is, but it sounds fun. I'd go. If anyone wants to go with Heather, yeah, you guys should meet up and have some fun at Hickory Haunts. Lake Hickory Haunts, whatever that is. So anyway, I have made a giant mess here. I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm tired, but we are going to have so much more to talk about next week. So we have what, 2 Wednesdays? Let me look at my calendar here real quick. 2 Wednesdays before Halloween, and then the Wednesday after Halloween, we will do a recap, and then maybe some more after that. Hopefully we'll get our technical difficulties fixed by then. This equipment is fun, but we literally got it 2 days ago, and Tom's been trying to learn all the ins and outs of how to produce a quality show like this. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I guess we will see you next week. Until then, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry we don't have an end screen to thank the patrons, but I do thank you all for your support too, and we'll try and fix that for the next show. Till then, take care everyone, and happy haunting.